So, got a reply from LessWrong. Um, and this is about their blocking me. It looks like they're claiming I fell into the spam filter. I don't know. It's certainly possible, but I doubt it's accidental. I mean, what he's basically saying here, I agree that curiosity is important, but it's just really hard to sustain that when I have trouble understanding almost all of your comments. We get a lot of spam that I need to deal with quickly, so your comments and content fell prey to that pressure. Your two comments today were a lot clearer, and while I think they weren't great, I think they make sense to give you another chance. I do think that a lot of your comments you made were basically indecipherable and ended up taking up quite a bit of bandwidth on the site without producing much value. They also were pretty universally downvoted, so I wasn't the only one with that problem. If that continues, we will enforce the ban. That's not an uncommon response that I get. This Hybrika is a typical censor. He's a censorship guy. He likes to police conversation. He likes to shut down conversations that don't make sense to him personally or that he personally doesn't approve of. I think he believes he's doing that for the greater good. And I think that he's mistaken. He's a guard dog. Nothing more, nothing less. Whether a guard dog is good or not depends on if it's trained to bite the right person. He's trained to bite the wrong one. So, Habrika, you did not get curious as mentioned on the front page commenting guidelines of your own website, for which you are the moderator. And your excuse that it's hard to do personally is pretty lame. I write back. Okay, thanks for reinstating my original account. Will that reactivate my discussion topic, the discussion of society scale benefits, ... And I include the URL. Question mark. I see that it did not. Perhaps you decided to renege on your plan to lift the ban? Sorry for the confused comments. The information I'm sharing was deliberately dispersed into separate channels to prevent them from being casually combined into an active concept with a high viral capacity. Most of the dispersed comments were intended for an answer to a single reply to my topic thread and a discussion with one significant poster who did reply. I also received several upvotes and thanks for some of my other comments. Please be considerate of banning people with mixed reviews. A good review and a bad one should not result in banishment, should it? Do you have the ability to search for and put all my content together for making a decision? It's kind of easy and more wrong to take 1 or even 5 comments from anyone that upsets someone and ignore a lot of the good ones if that's your MO. So, I think he's just a low-level operative who doesn't realize he's enforcing censorship. He's been programmed to do that, and he's doing his job well, but he doesn't realize his job. He's like a soldier, right? You know, he goes out and he fights the enemy. He doesn't look at the big picture about if we're fighting the right war or if this is even a good battle that's being fought with his efforts. So he's a tool. And he doesn't really... Well, he's a tool. He's a censor tool. And that's his job. I mean, he's a moderator. That's his job, to stop things that are outside of the box from getting in. He's there to stop strange conversations that don't make sense to the community. He's there to stop new ideas from coming in, and he does that well. He lets some ideas in, of course, as long as and he doesn't object to any ideas that accept and do not challenge the status quo opinion. So, yeah, I mean, he's basically a popularity enforcer. No new ideas that are unpopular are allowed here. Any new idea on LessWrong must support existing ideas, or else they will get censored. That is Hybrika's job, to keep the conversation pure and untainted by alternative concepts, especially ones that seem bizarre and incomprehensible to a censor. Well, that's the end of this recording.